Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ English. In our today's video, we'll talk about Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve, which is located in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Now the notes which I will be using in our today's session, in case if you want to download them, you can go to a particular Telegram channel called as ETS Live. And while you're at it, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel also. So let us start by understanding why we picked up Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve for our today's discussion. Now, need to understand the Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife. It has recommended approval for diversion of 272 hectares of forest, which is located in the core area of the Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And the Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife wants to divert this part of the Tiger Reserve for copra medium irrigation project. So this has created a lot of controversy and we'll discuss about it. But first let us understand many essential features of this Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve. Now, as I told you, Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve is located in the state of Madhya Pradesh. But not just knowing the state is enough, we also need to know the exact location inside the state of Madhya Pradesh. It is located in the districts of Damoh and Sagar. Now, it was declared as a wildlife sanctuary back in 1996 and recently in 2023, it was declared as a tiger reserve which has an area of more than 2,339 square kilometers. Now, the Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve, it encompasses areas which were earlier belonging to Noradahi Wildlife Sanctuary and Durgavati Wildlife Sanctuary. Now, many other important essential features are important. For example, it was named after Rani Durgavati, who was the queen of Gondi people, and it is the 7th tiger reserve in the state of Madhya Pradesh. You need to understand, India has world's largest population of tiger. And in India, the largest population of tiger is located in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and that is why Madhya Pradesh is also called as a tiger state of India. Now, an important landmark, Singora Fort, is also located inside this Rani Durgavati Tiger Reserve, and important river and water bodies, whenever they flow through a protected area, they become important from our exams perspective, right? So you need to understand this Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve, it flows through Narmada and Yamuna river basins in Madhya Pradesh. So the rivers flowing through this Tiger Reserve, it is Bamaira as well as Copra. Now Copra river becomes very important because it flows through it is a tributary of Sona river, right? So these are the important features that you need to know about. Now let us talk about the terrain of the region, the essential vegetation as well as the flora. Now the terrain of this region, it boasts a diverse landscape. It includes hills, valleys, rivers, streams, waterfalls and grassland. Now the most dominant vegetation type found in this particular part of the country where Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve is located, it consists of dry deciduous forest vegetation type. So the flora that is available in the region is consistent with the kind of vegetation available in the area. For example, it includes important commercial woods like teak, saja, dhaura as well as ber and amla, which are the essential features of the dry deciduous types of vegetation. Now, a more important part is what are the important animals which are found in this particular tiger reserve. As this is a tiger reserve, so no need to guess, tiger is found here, but it also includes other predators like leopard, wolf, jackal and Indian fox. Similarly, the fodder material used by these predators are also need to be available, right? So that is why chinkara, cheetal, sambal, black buck, barking deer, these are available there in addition to common langur and rhesus macaque, which are the species of monkeys. Now, what you need to understand, despite it being a tiger reserve, it is also one of the few remaining strongholds in the country which houses white-rumped vultures and Indian vultures. Please remember, these two vulture types are critically endangered as per the IUCN Red List. Right, so these are critically endangered bird species, white-rumped and Indian vultures. The images I have attached here, one is a white-rumped vulture and another one is an Indian vulture. Now, let us get to the core aspect of this particular discussion. Why was on the first hand Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve established? I told you it was established back in 2023 by a notification by the government. But the reason for this establishment was to deal with the ecological fallout that happened through Ken-Betwa river linking project. I told you about Sonar River, right? Sonar River is a tributary of Ken River. Now, when Ken River linking project was, or Ken-Betwa linking project was being established, it submerged over 100 square kilometers of what is known as Panna Tiger Reserve. So, to compensate for this submergence of a particular area in the tiger reserve, the National Tiger Conservation Authority, it recommended that we need to expand tiger conservation areas in the nearby region by upgrading adjoining wildlife sanctuaries to tiger reserves. And this would help in strengthening the landscape connectivity, which is very essential for predators like tiger, because tigers are not a static animal. They like to move around in a nearby vicinity. So they need to have a particular protected area connected with each other where they can move freely, right? And they populate different regions in the area. So this is what the government wanted to do, and for that, upgradation of existing wildlife sanctuary become important. And as a result, the government of India wanted Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve, which was notified in 2023, and similarly in UP, the Ranipur Tiger Reserve was notified in 2022, which was to compensate for the submergence of area in the Panna Tiger Reserve because of the Ken-Betwa linking project. So essentially, what you need to understand, this reserve was meant to act as a compensatory ecological safeguard, which was to compensate for the Panna Tiger Reserve and its 100 square kilometers worth of area which was submerged, right? So this was the original intention of the government. Now let us deal with the issue. Now, when Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife, it has recommended diversion of 272 square kilometers, or sorry, 272 hectares of forest of land which falls within the core area of the particular Rani Durgavati Tiger Reserve. What was the meant for compensatory afforestation? Now, the reason for the submergence has been given that you need to establish copra medium irrigation project, and it has many social and economical benefits for the region. For example, it will provide irrigation for about 9,900 hectares of land for rabi crops, and it will also be used for domestic use in nearby Sagar district. You need to understand the adjoining areas where this tiger reserve is located. It is already a water stressed region. So yes, there is a socio-economic benefit for this kind of an irrigation project. But what about the conservation of the important predator species like tiger? What about the ecological sanctity of the region? So this brings us to understand what are the ecological concerns associated with this kind of an irrigation project. First ecological concern is that it will lead to fragmentation of tiger movement. I told you, tigers are not static animals. They are predator species who like to mark a various or vast spans of geography around them. So for them, the reserve was meant to protect resident tigers, and it was also meant for dispersing tigers to move around across the landscape. Now, when reservoir construction is going to happen, it will create what is called as artificial barriers, and this would disrupt the movement of tigers across the corridor in a state which is known as a tiger state of the country. Similarly, it will also affect the genetic flow and the dispersal of tigers, which is very essential for us to diversify the population of tigers across a vast geographical expanse. Also, there will be impact on riparian ecosystem, which will be a negative impact. For example, altering the region's hydrology by conducting an artificial linking project or an irrigation project, it may change the vegetation patterns, and changing the vegetation pattern would automatically affect the prey base. Now, for predators to inhabit and cohabit an area, you need a vast prey base like cheetal, like sambar, like black bug, like chinkara, right? But if those chinkaras are not being able to get the vegetation that they require to survive, how the population of the fodder species would increase, right? And this would also disturb the ecological balance, which is very essential in a particularly ecologically sensitive area. So this was the ecological concerns associated with the irrigation project, and that is why there is a issue and controversy around this designation. Now we'll solve a question that I've curated exactly on the lines of UPSC pattern, but before that you need to understand. Now students who are giving your UPSC prelims in 2026, you can take admissions in SIP courses, because in SIP courses we ensure a very exam oriented revision of all the important subjects. But if you're planning to give exams in 2027 and 2028, right now it makes a perfect sense for you to take admission in P2F foundation courses. In P2F foundation courses, as the name suggests, we build your strong foundation where teachings, classes for each and every important subject of UPSC is taken place in live classes, and also if you miss out on live classes, you also get recorded lectures. So there are double benefits. Also, when you study from grounds up, it's natural for you to have doubts. How would you get your doubts resolved? Have you thought about it? Now, there is one very easy way to solve your doubts is through one-to-one mentorship, which is bundled with this P2F foundation courses. Also, before you go to the exam, you need to practice your learning through various mock tests. So we are also offering prelims and mains mock tests along with this course, right? So all of the benefits that I've told you right now are bundled with P2I foundation courses, which are available separately for students giving the exams either in 2027 or in 2028. Right now, a limited time period offer of 50% discount on all the courses is available. And if you apply the code ATS Live, which I've attached here, you're going to get maximum discounts even above the discounts we are going to offer. So please do not miss out on this limited time period offer and do not waste out on your precious time, because if you are really serious about 27 and 28, StudyIQ is providing you a solution. StudyIQ is providing you a guidance and teaching. Now, let us come back to the question that I told you. This is a practice question that I've curated with reference to Veerangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve. Consider the following statements and you have to identify the correct statements here. Do let me know the correct answers in the comment section. The ones who get it right would get a thumbs up from my side. And this is all from my side for today. The notes will be available on this particular Telegram channel called as ATS Live. You can go and download the notes there, and also do not forget to subscribe to it. So this is all from my side. Please have a very good day. We'll see each other again quite soon.